Thanks. I'll share just a word or two, and then we'll ask the bride and groom to be our final word tonight, if that's okay. And again, just so grateful for all of you showing your support and your love to our family and to Annie and to Lorenzo. About 2 years ago, Jenny and I made a trip to London, England. And we went with the intent of finding and picking up our missionary daughter. And we stayed right near the mission office, just on the side of Hyde Park. And we went over, we picked up our daughter, and it was fantastic to pick her up. And the next day, she wanted to go back to the mission office to show us the mission office there in London, which we were thrilled to do. And she said, "Dad, there's some missionaries downstairs. All the new missionaries, all the greenies have arrived, and they're being assigned their trainers. Will you come down and we can say hi to missionaries?" And we went down, and Elder Bota was standing in that room. And I thought Elder Bota was just an enthusiastic missionary. He came up and greeted me warmly. We gave each other a hug. He spoke to me enthusiastically about his mission. I did not know at that time that his interest was in marrying my daughter. As we were there in the mission office of the London, England mission. Since that time, I have been sold Kool-Aid that there was no interest in each other while they served as missionaries. We had the opportunity to be with some of Annie's companions in the temple recently with a family who was killed in a fire a couple weeks before his baptismal day. Great experience. Sister Whitehouse was with us. If you good missionaries remember Sister Whitehouse. Sister Whitehouse served with Annie in Colchester. Their district leader was Elder Bota. I asked Sister Whitehouse, "Sister, did you ever think these two had interest in each other?" She said, "I was certain they were going to be married." I don't know. But these two, through that great, at least partial missionary service, these two came together and joined hands and are now sealed together from across the continents and across the seas. Annie, as has been described, Annie has been and will continue to be the heart of our family. Everyone in the family tends to play a role. Annie's role has been that of the heart. As said in our hometown of Massachusetts, vigor. Annie has had vigor in her life. And she has shown that from the day that she was born. She gave herself a nickname when she was a little girl. She referred to herself as A. Now, that's not the vowel sound in Annie. I don't know how she figured that out when she was a little kid, but she called herself A. And we would have a dinner party in our little condominium in Brookline, Massachusetts. And the entire time we were having supper with friends, we would hear this from the nursery. A, awake. A, awake. Over and over and over again. Never upset, just constant. A couple hours later, A, awake. Our friends have never forgotten that. Every time we see them, they talk about the great A, awake. Another morning in Massachusetts, I had an early morning meeting outside the city on a Sunday morning, and Jenny made a plate full of sweet rolls to take to the participants in the meeting. And I woke up early and tried to tiptoe my way through our little apartment, and I couldn't find the sweet rolls anywhere. And I was late for my meeting, and so I went off to Weston. I came back home. I said, "Jenny, what happened to the sweet rolls?" She said, "Put them out." Well, Jenny went in the next morning into the crib where Jake, at the time, was 2 months old. 2 months, right? maybe 6 months at most, covered head to toe with cinnamon rolls. Where Annie, my little LG, had taken the entire plate of sweet rolls and had jammed them into the mouth of our 6-month-old son, who had not yet received any solid foods. The heart of the family. Oh, there's so many more I could tell you about. Annie went on to lead Skyline. If any of you have some Skyline classmates here, right? Got Katie, Judy, or someone right over here, right there. Yeah, the great Skyline crowd over there. I know Annie was always the first one leading the football cheers, and as a student body officer, Annie has a unique type of leadership where she wants everything to be fun, she wants everything to move forward, and she never wants the credit for it. And that's what I mean by the heart, or as they say in Massachusetts. What do we say in Massachusetts? Vigga. The Lord has a word for Vigga himself. And the Lord's word for Vigga is zeal. And that is my concluding comment about Lorenzo. Zeal. The Lord loves zeal. What young man would complete such a fine mission? Well, maybe at that time in Colchester, you were a little distracted. would finish such a great mission and would have the courage to leave a great family who we have come to admire and love, and would send himself over to America, would enroll himself in school at LES Business College, which I know was a point of concern, but who has valiantly gone through and is completing his degree, has found work, has been recognized already as a top salesperson, going door to door, selling solar systems, which cannot be easy. He's already been recognized there and has been asked to be more of a manager and trainer. That, in my estimation, that is the talent, the gift of Lorenzo. It's zeal. And if you get zeal and you mix in heart and you mix in enthusiasm for light, you've got an unbelievable potential as a future couple, now sealed for a time and for all eternity. And so join with me. Repeat after me. To Annie and Lorenzo.
To Annie and Lorenzo.
God bless you all. All right, let's hear from them.